today I managed to scratch my face with briars, so that's great. I got super scratched off my legs. I ripped a giant hole in my pants, and yeah. Oh, I also sunburned the inside of my ear. So it's really been a good day. Slowly dying out there in the field. Now I'm gonna stitch up my pants using these like patches that I bought in a sewing kit. So we'll have to see how well that goes. Ow. Now. So I decided to film this way too late, and now it's super dark and I'm outside. As you can see, the sun is setting over there, or it's almost done setting anyway. So I'm just standing in this random side light here on the side of the building. Today we hung out at the Jones Center because we were going to go to this lunch, and went to this lunch with all these hurt people, and it was fun. We talked about random things. I guess on Saturday there's this outreach event, so I guess we're doing that, even though that was really not on the schedule. And then at it was just really funny. I think it was like at 10 a.m. I got this email being like, hey, incidentally, there's a dinner at 6 p.m. tonight. Do you want to go? Like, you should go. It's for all the grad students. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. And then it was just this flurry of emails back and forth being like, do you have a photo? What's some info about you? And I was like, ah. And then I didn't send the photo fast enough, so the woman like Facebook stalked me and got my profile picture. But it turned out all right. And I was like, oh, I don't want to go to this thing. And I was like, wasn't really super into it. But then when I actually went, it was really fun, and I met some really cool people. A bunch of UGA grad students who like work here, just, you know, various random grad students. The girl who I stayed with when I originally stayed at the Jones Center in like April, or was that March? I don't know when that was, but like, you know, earlier this year I met her again, so that was cool. And we also ran into some people who know Emily's coworkers at Neon. So we all talked about Neon. They both worked at Neon in Virginia. One of them worked for 1 year, one of them worked for 2 years. That was just really funny, just like hearing these ridiculous stories about other fellow Neon people. But I think I've forgotten how much I like social interaction, like how much I miss interacting with people on a normal basis besides just like one individual. But yeah, it was good. The food was really good. There was some catfish that had been caught in the river nearby. There was salad with like a bunch of avocados in it, and like various vegetables. There were hush puppies, which I had never had, which are great. There were grits, which I had also never had, which were fine. It's kind of like weird polenta. And yeah, we just it was supposed to be this dinner with the director, but we didn't really talk to the director that much. We kind of just all hung out together, and I mean, he was there, but yeah. Oh, there's a frog up there. Probably doesn't look like much, but it's a frog. I want to catch it, but I don't think I can. I've just been creeping on these guys, trying to find one that will show up on the camera. I tried to catch one earlier, but was not successful. They're way too fast, but they're super cute. Ugh, I love herps. So darn. Today with the heat index, it was like 119 or something like that, and it was so hot. I got kind of sunburned, but not terribly, but it was just, oh my god, it was so hot. And like, it was funny because at noon I was like, okay, we're gonna like eat lunch, and then we're gonna just do 2 small transects, and that'll be it. Like, then we can go home. And we were like, okay, that sounds good. Except for then we found like 20 tortoises in those transects, and then the battery died, and so we had to like finish the transects and go back to the car and charge it, and then like scope the burrows, and the battery would die again. We have to go back to the car and charge it, and so it was just this, like, it took forever, and we only ended up, like, I thought we were gonna have like a short day, like working maybe 6 hours, but we worked like almost 7 1/4, I think. So no, it was not as short as I intended. But the rain seems to have decided to build a little pond outside in the grass. It's kind of funny. It's been a crazy couple of days. We spent Saturday hanging out with the Itchway folk, and we kind of had this like Itchway Tall Timber St. Mark's Refuge get together, where basically everyone who worked at the drone center kind of explained what they do, and we went around to various field sites and just kind of looked at what everyone was up to. And I learned a lot about pocket gophers and random plants and things about forestry that I didn't know anything about, and I badly described my project in front of everyone, and that was great. But we did get to hold 4 snakes. We got to hold an eastern corn snake, a coach whip, eastern hognose, and a southern hognose, and that was so cool. Like, that was probably the highlight of the trip for me. But then we got to go kayaking down the Flint River. We actually went canoeing. Well, some of us went kayaking, some of us went canoeing, but I personally went canoeing. And I went with these 2 really cool people from Tall Timbers named Rebecca and Elizabeth, and they were really cool. And they did all the work, and I kind of sat in the middle and did nothing. But along the way, we got stuck on some rapids. That was really great. We were like the slowest, so we were like turning around in circles while everyone else was like zooming along. We were like having a struggle bus. We were the struggle bus team because I think one of them had paddled before and the other one had never been in a canoe and was scared of water. And it was beautiful. So I made snarky comments in the center and did nothing. And then we actually, someone caught a loggerhead musk turtle, so we got to hold that too, which was so cool. I wish I had my camera for that, but I didn't. It was really great. It was a good day of getting to know various people and just, exploring Itchway a little bit more. And man, that was so beautiful. I got a little sunburned, but not much. But I wish I could do that again. It was basically a whole day of everyone telling me that my legs are disgusting, but oops. We went down to Silver Lake and did some surveys, and we were intensively surveying where Tom had already intensively surveyed, because I want to compare. I think we both want to compare about how well we're actually intensively surveying when we think that we're getting all the tortoises, are we? So I'm curious to see what the results of that are. And then we went out to dinner with Tom at Beef O'Brady's, and I got this salad, and I really was hungry, and I didn't think the salad was going to be that large, so I was like, I'm also going to get curly fries. Like, I really want curly fries. And then the salad came, and it was this massive thing, and I was just like, oh. But like a true hero, true American, I made it through all of the curly fries, but not all of the salad, but all the curly fries. So that was great. It was kind of fun to talk to somebody else and just, I don't know, like, go out to eat. I feel like I've just been eating like rice and pasta recently, so it was nice to have someone else cook. Then today, Rachel got to go out with the snake people and learn how their snake processing works. I went out with Laura, and so Laura Smith helped me survey, and she's so much fun to talk to, and she's just so cool. I wish I could be that cool, but she's on my committee, so we just kind of talked about my project and stuff. And it was funny because we got back. I got back because Rachel and I were meeting up after lunch to continue tortoise surveying, and the neon people are here, so. There's actually someone from my old domain. Kayla is here. That's really cool. So they're going to be staying in our dorm, so finally we'll get to talk to somebody else besides just hanging out with the 2 of us, but should be great. The real disappointment of today is that there was a note indoors in one of the labs that said, "There's pie in the fridge, please take a piece." And I was so excited. I was like, pie! And then there was no pie in the fridge. It was tragic. It really was. Currently I'm working on these slideshows of like where we've been and like the differences and before and after my protocol has been put into place and how many juveniles we find and stuff like that. It's kind of fun. This is one it's called Silver Lake, and you can see that the bar right here is how many juveniles I found after the protocol, and that's what I found before, so you can see the increase. It's kind of fun, but it takes forever to get. Woo!